Would you like your boss to really better understand what you're doing and what your value is? Probably. I mean, I imagine I would. Would you like your boss's boss to get what you're about? Would you like your leaders and executives to understand what purpose employer brand serves, to understand your value and what you bring to the table? Seems like a good thing, right? It probably is, right? Your job is to influence. We've talked about being an influencer before. One of the ways you influence is by being super clear that everybody gets your value. How do you make that happen? Well, there's a surprising way to do that. We'll talk about that in just 1 second. If you're liking these videos, make sure to hit the subscribe button. If you're a YouTube fan, if you're watching this on YouTube, the subscribe button lets me know that you really like these videos and I'll keep making more. They're a lot of fun for me. I want to make sure they're useful to you. Also, be sure to subscribe to my newsletter, employerbrandheadlines.substack.com. It's free. It lands in your inbox every Monday. I hope you get a lot out of it. All right, so how do you get your boss and your boss's boss and your leaders and your executives to really understand what you do? You speak their language. Well, what does that mean? We're all speaking English potentially, or other languages, doesn't matter. It's not a language, actually. It's really learning how to care what they care about. And it turns out that everyone who is in an employer branding, and honestly, in a lot of ways, it's true outside of HR and TA. What the people you're trying to reach care about is really simple. Making money, saving money, extending the brand to make more money. Simple as that. They're the only 3 things that your CEO cares about. They're the only 3 things that your CFO cares about. They're the only 3 things that your business leaders care about, your sales leaders care about, your product teams care about, or whatever. Doesn't matter who they are. If they're engaged in the business, they care about those 3 things and those 3 things only. So, if you're out there talking about time to fill being shortened, that's cool. And there's some people in TA and HR who will kind of say, oh, that's useful, I like that. But will their boss get that? No, because it doesn't couch things in terms of the 3 big goals. Make money, save money, extend the brand reach so you can make new customers and make more money. Everything you do needs to be couched in those 3 things. Now, chances are, as an employer brander, you're probably not making money. I get that, don't worry. It'd be nice if we could make money, and in a lot of ways, I think there's probably a way to frame what we do in a money creation process, but that's not what this is about. This is about simply understanding what your audience cares about and knowing that you can reframe everything you do in those 3 terms. Now, when I say you should reframe it, this is what I mean when I say when you report your metrics. Make sure your metrics are reported in terms of this is how I made money, this is how I saved money, this is how I extended the brand to create new customers. When you share your metrics with other people, which you should see in the other video, which I'm sure I'll link to over here, that's how you engage people. That's the universal language of the business. So if you'd like to kind of crack out of the ghetto of what employer brand is often focused on in terms of TA and recruiting and HR, if you really want to engage people outside that audience, speak their language. Hope you're enjoying this. Thanks so much for listening. I'll talk to you later.